Stay frosty and head over to easymutt.com for the cheapest mutt coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around $40. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Yo, what up, brothers? What's up? It's the Director, the morning voice director. This summer. Hey guys, what's going on, man? It's the Director. We're going to be talking a little bit about the new Super Bowl cards that came in today. The ones that you want to be looking at. More of actually like a live reaction from me today. I haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Kind of wanted to see if any of them would fit like a budget squad, a theme team. Obviously the theme teams, the Bucs and the Chiefs theme teams of Madden 21 have just gotten ridiculous. So I kind of want to go over all these cards today and talk a little bit about Ultimate Legends, which should be coming out next week. I think Kralo has confirmed that this weekend will be the last week of regular Legends. Then next week we're going to start getting into Ultimate Legends. And guys, this is where like Madden Ultimate Team starts getting kind of crazy. Like at this point of year, like every single team should be super juiced. Everybody's getting upgrades left and right. It should be a good time. I think also Kralo mentioned something about a big content drop next week, you know, post Super Bowl. Very, very exciting stuff. And also keep in mind, tomorrow, the NFL Honors are going to be airing at 8 p.m. Eastern, which usually means that we're going to get a preview of the NFL Honors promo that should be dropping in the next following few days. So I'm super excited, man, because honestly, if Justin Herbert goes out there and wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, we're talking about probably the best quarterback in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's go. But we got a lot of business to cover in this one, guys. Starting with the Super Bowl promo cards that came out today, and we're going to give you guys a sneak peek of the Ultimate Legends coming out next week as well. Before we do get started, guys, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera.
Been around here before, I've been on this block. All hail, almighty freedom I chose. Almighty freedom I wrong.
The Super Bowl promo. Now, we got a lot to go over today, so we're not going to get too fancy with all the reveals and stuff. So let's get right into it with our first 86 overall from the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, let's start off with Ben Niemann. Niemann. Middle linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs. 83 speed. Now, again, a lot of these pieces, we're talking a nice little bump for their theme team. So, I mean, if you needed another middle linebacker that can get you some chemistries, you're looking at it as a Chiefs fan, then you're pretty happy. You're pretty happy with a middle linebacker that honestly is probably just a depth piece for chemistry. Next up, and again, we're going to go kind of fast with a lot of these. We have a lot of cards to go over. We got Raheem Nunez Roches. Oh my gosh, guys, it's early. 87 overall left end for the Buccaneers, 75 speed. Again, you're looking at more depth pieces here, 87 overall. Nothing too much to scream about. We'll talk a little bit more depth, detail at some of the other players that have better stats. 88 overall Cameron Bray, 81 speed. Really nice catch in traffic. What is his run block look like? Taking a look down. A 65 run block down there. So again, a depth piece. I mean, when you're talking tight end 2 on a theme team, it could be worse. I'll tell you, with experience, having a nice tight end 2 on a theme team, I have Antonio Gates as my 1 and Hunter Henry as my 2. Cameron Bray is not bad. I mean, it could definitely be worse, could definitely be better. But you guys out there, those Tampa Bay fans, he's gonna be pretty nice on your theme teams. Next up, Trevaris Ward. Now here's one that's usable. This is one I'm gonna say, okay, maybe if you're running like a budget squad or something, this is one you got to consider. 92 speeds, definitely pretty nice. Again, even if you're running a budget squad, I would still highly recommend running Sprinter or Brawler, something to get that speed up a little bit. I personally am running Sprinter if you guys are asking. So, I mean, that would be around, what, 94 speed, just off the rip right there. That's okay. You know what I mean? If you're talking budget squad, it's not too bad. What I really like about him, too, is that you should be running zone chemistries on them as well. So he should be able to go over 90 in everything, man, zone, and press. So that's not a bad budget item right there. 13,000 coins. I'd be pretty confident with him. Trevaris Ward is a pretty nice mutt item in its own. 90 overall Jordan Whitehead coming up next too. 90 speed, playing the strong safety position. He's okay. He's only 5'10", but if you're looking for like a okay user, I would say he's not too bad with that 90 hit power, 88 zone coverage. He's pretty decent, but again, when you live in a world where we're about to get a free Derwin James, a 97 overall Derwin James, you live in a world where we have amazing cards like Jamal Adams, you know, maybe it's an easy pass for Jordan Whitehead. Next up, we got Juan Thornhill, free safety. Now, here's another one I feel like is a really good budget beast option, right? 92 speed, playing the free safety position. Again, you're talking 94 speed on a non-theme team. That's pretty good playing out deep. 88 zone coverage, again, with chemistries. He's just not going to hit the man. That's the one thing you have to look at this card and be like, oh, that sucks. He's not going to hit the man threshold. But that's fine, man. Like, this is a pretty decent, like, budget beast item right here. He's 6 feet tall. I like him, man. I think he's a good add to any squad. Next up, Steve McClendon, 91 overall defensive tackle. This is great for Buccaneers theme teams because at defensive tackle depth, you got 4 players, right? So, I mean, do you guys really have 4 pretty decent defensive tackles on your theme teams? I think not. So this is actually a pretty nice add, defensive tackle, nice position. He's pretty decent with 91 block shed, 86 power move, so pretty good against the run. 6'3", 310 pounds. So this guy's built to stop the run. All right. Next up, we got Mecole Hardman. Okay, this is where we start getting excited about budget squad items. 96 speed with chemistry in a non-theme team. Ridiculous. You're talking with a Chiefs theme team. 98 speed. I don't know how much you guys are hurting for other wide receivers, but you got a couple really good ones today. So if you're waiting for wide receivers, Chiefs fans, you're about to see them today. Really good acceleration, decent catch and traffic, spec catch all a little bit low, but I think catch definitely up there. The route running is where it's going to kill you a little bit. You want to see him, you know, higher, maybe closer into the 90s. But his change of direction is absolutely ridiculous. See that stat right there? 92 change of direction. I don't know, man. He seems like a pretty nice option, especially for a beast squad like a Chiefs theme team. I would give this guy a shot even at 91 overall. He's got crazy speed. Isn't it crazy how the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, went out and got Mecole Hardman even though they had Tyreek Hill? They know what they're doing out there when it comes to the receiving talents in Kansas City. I hate to admit it, honestly. You guys know I do. Austin Reeder coming up next, center for the Chiefs. As far as I know, you guys probably needed a center, right? I think most teams do. 94 awareness. You guys can't see on here, though. Again, your lineman with the lowest awareness gets replaced with the awareness of your center. So that's pretty good right there. And he's honestly pretty decent. Other than run block at 91, everything's pretty balanced. It's one of those rare cards where I'm like, okay, he's pretty good. I mean, against other 93 overall, we'll say legendary cards, this one's not too bad. Next up, we got Antonio Brown. Finally got an upgrade at Madden Ultimate Team. He was kind of put in the doghouse for a while for all those antics last season, right? And he finally was able to get an upgrade here. So we're looking at Antonio Brown, 93 speed. Brown has always been that kind of player where you're just like, oh, the speed sucks, but he's really good in route running and catching traffic. 93 change of direction is pretty crazy, too. He's got that 92 juke move. He's got the 88 break tackle. He's pretty nice in those regards. Maybe like a budget wide receiver. Only 51,000 coins. But again, he's providing you some depth if you're a Buccaneers fan. It's unfortunate that he doesn't have a power-up yet. I'm sure a lot of other theme teams, minus the Raiders, right? He never actually played a snap for the Raiders. Would be really happy adding him as a depth piece. But again, he's kind of a fan favorite, even though he kind of went off the rails for a while. So it's good to see him back in the game. Finally, we got Sammy Watkins, 93 speed. Again, we're talking budget kind of guys here. On a theme team, you're talking like 97 speed. Really good wide receiver out of the slot. I mean, Chiefs fans, you got your entire wide receiver core coming today, especially with the last guy we have on this list. Really good route running, really good catching. This is overall really solid cards for 71,000 coins. On a regular team, you're talking 95 speed. I would definitely consider running him in the slot. He's a pretty decent item. Next up, this one's important. If you guys did your rookie premieres last year, all of them, you got Tristan wharfs. And now you got yourself a 94 overall right tackle. And that's pretty nice at this time of year. Because right tackles, you know, offensive linemen in general, pretty expensive. To have a free one at this caliber is pretty nice. I generally look for someone that's good in the pass blocking. And he's got 94 pretty much across the board in all those stats. So he would fit what I want really well. Now, I already have a Brian Bulaga on my team who's like a 96 overall with chem and all that kind of stuff, so I don't really need him right now. But as far as depth pieces, as far as most other teams, I would just roll with Tristan Wirfs for a while, man. Free card, and he's pretty decent at that. I like his stats quite a bit. Next up, Eric Fisher, left tackle. I know for a fact Chiefs theme teams needed this card pretty bad because I was always making a custom card art for him, and he's really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Again, run blocking maybe a little low, but really, really nice in the pass blocking category. Decent left tackle right there. Only going for 150,000 coins. A very decent item if you're looking for a replacement at left tackle. Next up, we got Prashad Breeland, cornerback, 93 speed. He's okay. 145,000 coins outside of theme team. He'll be all right. Maybe run him at slot cornerback. You know, 95 speed in non-theme teams, but he's really good in the man, zone, and press. With chemistry, you can get him up to like 98 man coverage, 99 zone, and 98 press. So, I mean, he's pretty decent. Not crazy, but pretty decent. Next up, we got Ryan Jensen, center for you Tampa Bay fans. 95 overall with 96 awareness, which again, that's kind of one of the big stats I look for on centers. Really insane run blocking. Maybe use him as like a pulling center more often than you would not, because he's got 95 lead block. And then just really solid stats all around. Only 100,000 coins. You got to consider an upgrade at some point. You guys can see that when I highlight it, right? Yep, right there. 100,000 coins for a 95 center. That's pretty good. That makes me consider upgrading my Nat. I think I have a Jason Kelsey right now, just because I like his awareness and I like the price. Next up, we got Chris Godwin, 95 overall. This is where things get kind of exciting. He does have a power-up, so we're talking +3 speed on anybody's team. This is like the ultimate slot wide receiver right now, in my opinion. So 97 speed at the slot wide receiver position. The reason I like that is because 94 catch in traffic, 96 catch, 93 spec. I don't know, man. I'm becoming a bigger fan of using slot wide receivers the way they were intended to be used. You know, throw it at them in the middle of the field, let them get smacked in the middle of the field, and they usually come down with catches other players cannot. And if you're running any sort of chemistry that helps us catch in traffic too, this is kind of becoming a stat that I'm becoming more aware of. You know what I mean? Like, it's a stat that I'm paying more attention to, because I've seen it working on the field quite a bit. Of course, the example that I'm using is Keenan McCardell, who also has a really ridiculous catch in traffic and catch. He just comes up with crazy, ridiculous plays. So Chris Godwin, somebody you have to consider even outside a theme team. Next up, Sean Murphy Bunting. Probably the best card in this promo that's affordable. Only 104,000 coins. 95 speed, so on a non-theme team, 97 speed. That's perfect. That's great. 6 feet tall. That's great. Fits the meta. Crazy good man, zone, and press. This is probably, for the value, the best card you're going to see in this promo today. Very excited. Very, very good stuff. This is somebody that I would consider adding even to my squad if, you know, I was short a corner position guy. Very, very nice item. Next up, we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This one's kind of a pass for me just because of his archetype / speed. Now, when it comes to running back, 93 speed wouldn't bother me too much if he was a power back. But since he's an elusive back, he doesn't get that kind of fall forward animations. He's only 5'7". So just having not enough speed on top of being the archetype that can't really utilize, you know, falling forward, the kind of power back kind of scheme, it's just not working out for me too much. But again, I think he does have a rookie premiere, so if you guys get a free upgrade to him, he'll probably not be a bad, like, third down running back because he does have 80 catch. So not too bad, but nothing too great. Next up, we got Frank Clark, number 55, coming in from the Kansas City Chiefs, 85 speed. Again, for you theme teamers, you're talking with the power-up and everything, 90 speed coming off the edge, which is ridiculous. You're talking about 99 power move likely if you've got the right chemistries. Over 90 finesse move with over 90 block shed. That's kind of like the holy trinity for me. Like, if we can get over 90 on everything, that's automatically a pretty good player. And on top of that, on a theme team, you got 90 speed. Ridiculous. Finally, the last couple of players, guys. We're going to get into the 96s and then the Masters here. 96 overall, Mike Evans. Now, I love what they did with Mike Evans this year. Normally, he's too slow to even consider, but 94 speed right now. You got to remember, Mike Evans, Mike Evans, I get that reference. Mike Evans, 6'5", 94 speed. So on a non-theme team with power-up, you're talking 97 speed with that kind of height coming off the edge or playing outside. Ridiculous. And then on top of that, you're talking about on a theme team, 99 speed with, remember what we were just talking about with catch and traffic, 96 catch and traffic for Mike Evans. This low-key might be one of the best wide receivers in the game, honestly. And the only thing that does concern me is his archetype. You guys will see right here at the bottom. Physical archetype, he doesn't get the best abilities and stuff like that. But outside of it, man, like, this is a really, really hot item. I'm very excited to see what they do with Vincent Jackson as far as speed when he does get over the 96 overall. Because 99 speed on a theme team right now with that kind of height, that kind of physicality, should come into play very, very nice. The first master we're going to get into, Ndamukong Suh. We talked a little bit about him yesterday. Again, very decent item. Again, he's built to stop the run. He's a great 3-4 defensive end. And again, he's just played so well in Madden Ultimate Team since he was added. Just his size, his presence, 6'4", 313 pounds. Again, when you get above 300 pounds, you start talking, you know, one of the better run blockers or run stompers in Madden Ultimate Team. So he's gonna do his job. 98 block shed, 93 power move. You're gonna feel his presence out there, especially versus the run game. And then finally, Tyreek Hill, the card to end all cards, right? 97 speed. This means on a non-theme team, you don't even have to power him up. You don't have to have him on a theme team. He's gonna have 99 speed, 99 accelerate, whatever, as far as your chemistry, like a sprinter or whatever. That's ridiculous. Going for 474,000 coins right now. Not too expensive, if I'm being quite honest, for a card that you don't have to power up. For a card that doesn't need all the additional stats. Because again, 93 catch is pretty good. 91 in traffic, maybe a little low. But ridiculous route running, especially out deep. This is endgame right here, man. We talk endgame all the time here on this channel. This is our first endgame card that I can truly say, yeah, I would probably run him until the close of Madden 21. So Tyreek Hill, incredible item. I think a lot of people are going to see a lot of success with him. Again, year in and year out, he's one of the best cards, man, Ultimate Team. And now with this 97 overall, it's GG's in the chat. And finally, guys, I do want to talk a little bit about the Ultimate Legends. We did tease that a little bit at the beginning of the show. So before we do, though, I want to know which one of these Super Bowl items, Super Bowl Part 2 items that you guys are going to be adding to your squads. I'm going to get this ready over here. We're going to look a little bit. We're going to show the tease. Oh, this is going to be the wrong one here, isn't it? We're going to show the tease of the brand new Ultimate Legends coming out here really soon. There we go. That's the one that we're looking for. So on Twitter the other day, MuttLeaks did release a animation teaser for the Ultimate Legends. Let that run here for a second. Very cool animation, not gonna lie. Very, very cool animation. And this is likely put in the game because we do think that the first drop is going to be next week. And with it, we're going to see a lot of huge statistical cards come into the game. I'm thinking that they're going to start at 96 overall, make their way up to 99 like they did last year. But there is a possibility that they do start at 97 just because I feel like we started an overall behind at the end of the year, and now we're kind of to a point where it's like we're over the overall now. So I don't know what to expect with it, but still, it should be very exciting. So in the comment section below, I do want to ask you guys, who do you want to see as far as some of the first Ultimate Legends we see in the game this upcoming weekend? And maybe give me your picks for who you think is going to win the Super Bowl as well. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this, hit us up with a like and sub on your way out. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty.